video. I just did some pretty quality recording of me making coffee. You know, like pretty like ASMR sensory type video, and I was pretty proud of it. Went to go press stop recording, realized I never pressed start recording, so I didn't get any of it. So then I said I'm gonna come over here and have a seat. There's a wasp. You know what I did catch me recording? Me running away from a wasp. Good morning, everyone. It's the last day. I'm heading home today. So I'm going to enjoy a couple cups of coffee, pack up the car, and head out to breakfast. After breakfast, I'll be hitting the road and doing a 7-hour drive home, which I'm not really looking forward to at all. It's going to be a pretty boring drive, I think, but we'll see. Thanks for coming back. Good morning, friends. We are on our way to a diner that I have in my Google Maps that's saved because some famous YouTubers, it is their favorite restaurant in Salt Lake City. They live around here. Does anyone know who they might be? They used to be van lifers, then they built their own house, they had a cute baby. They've got a couple cute dogs. Currently they're building their garage. Wow, this view. Holy smokes. This is beautiful. This is like a canyon. Wow. Anyways, they live around here somewhere. And they've mentioned in their videos that this is their favorite restaurant. And so I saved it and said next time I'm in Salt Lake City, I'm going to go eat there. So that's what I'm doing this morning. And I guess that's who they are? Trent Allie. I joked with my dad that maybe I should go to Home Depot and maybe I'll run into Trent. Kidding, I'm not going to do that. That's weird. Anyways, I am gonna go eat some breakfast. Hopefully get some good fuel in me, and then I'm gonna start the drive. I realized last night that I should have given the campground host my YouTube info, because I'm really bad about like sharing that I do things. Like same with real estate, like I'm really bad about sharing that I'm in real estate, trying to get more business. Like same with YouTube, I'm really bad about sharing that I'm trying to do this so that I can like grow my YouTube and yada yada yada. And he was super interested in like me being there last night. He's like, oh, you've been on the road like by yourself for a week? Have you been at campgrounds the whole time? Yada yada yada. And he just thought it was really interesting. And I should have given him my YouTube info, and I didn't. Silly goose. I tried to see him again this morning, and well, I did see him, but I was like half asleep, and I waved to him, and he waved to me. But then I was gonna see if I could find him before I left, and then give it to him then, but couldn't find him, and I got places to go. So, campground host, if you're watching someday, hello. Also, can I just say how impressed I am with people that bike for fun, especially in the mountains, because like biking across town does not sound fun to me, and biking up a mountain sounds like death to me. So if you're a biker and you bike up mountains, I'm really impressed by you. Like, do you just enjoy causing yourself pain, or I don't get it. But we've all got our hobbies. Alright, I'm here. I just wanted to note that I love when places are in a like city that doesn't have a lot of parking and they have parking in the back. Oh, it is just like I really don't want to do this drive home. I feel like a week is just not enough time, because I was really starting to get settled into my routine of camping and like where everything goes, and like just really getting into the groove of things, and like now it's time to go home. Oh, that's how it goes. I have to be home for closing here in a couple days. I'm gonna get home tonight and then have tomorrow to like get back to real life, and then go to my closing on Thursday. So anyways, I ate at Hub and Spoke for breakfast this morning. That was yummy. That's Trent Allie's favorite restaurant, I believe. They've eaten there with Mr. and Mrs. Adventure and the creator of the Moonshade, the Moonfab guy. I don't remember his name. Yeah, the food was good, and I really like that neighborhood of Salt Lake City as well. Feels like a pretty progressive neighborhood. I like that. So anyways, I am on I-80. I'm gonna take I-80 pretty much all the way home. My GPS says 367 miles until I need to exit, so it really is pretty much I-80 all the way home. About a 7-hour drive from Salt Lake City. My GPS says I'll arrive at 5:51, but that's including no stops. I will be stopping a couple times, at least once to get gas, and then, you know, for some snacks later probably. So I imagine I'll roll into home around sometime between 6 and 8, something like that, so not too late. I'm sure I'll check in throughout the drive. I don't know how fun a video this is going to be, because it's really just me driving, but I'll try and make it entertaining. I don't know. It might be a really short video. We'll see. I guess I'm still figuring out like the style of video that I want to do, and I'm definitely still figuring out the videography side of things and whatnot. And this trip was kind of like a figure everything out kind of trip, and I'll improve as time goes on, I'm sure. I decided I was just gonna like vlog the trip, and so this might turn into, I think, 5 videos of this, like a vlog a day. And then I'll probably post like once a week is what I'm thinking. So by the time you're seeing this video, this was probably 5 weeks ago or something. I don't know. That seems crazy though, because it's a 5-day trip over 5 weeks of videos. I don't know. That seems silly, but maybe that's what you do. I don't know. I'm figuring all this out. Figuring out how often I want to post, figuring out what day I want to post, figuring out what kind of video I want to do. Do I want to do a vlog? That feels most natural, I guess. The problem with that is that they're not always the most entertaining, but it is the most authentic, because the real life, what actually happened and what actually I did and whatnot, and any tips that I have along the way, and how I'm feeling, and where I went, and yada yada yada. So I feel like that's the more natural way for me to do this. A lot of YouTubers get burnt out trying to make really creative and action-packed YouTube videos once a week constantly. And I don't want to get burnt out. The reason I'm doing this is because I like doing this, because I like traveling and I like sharing what I do, and I also want to help and inspire people to do the same. And so that's like why I'm doing this, and I don't want to get burnt out doing it like the action-packed, like trying to make really fun videos kind of way, which I know is what YouTube likes, and so that would help me be successful at this. But also I want to be authentic, and so I think authenticity sometimes means, you know, a mundane, everyday vlog, which is probably what this video is going to be. This one's going to be really boring, but also this is what my day consisted of, driving for 7 hours from Salt Lake City to northern Colorado. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like the vlog style, or would you rather have just one video per trip or 2 videos per trip, or I don't know. I'm sure the video quality will improve eventually, because I pretty much just recorded all of this on my phone. I tried to use the GoPro in the beginning, but if you're noticing that there's no GoPro footage, it's probably because I looked at it when I uploaded it all to my laptop when I was at the hotel, and the windshield was buggy the whole time. And so there might be a little bit of GoPro footage in the first video or 2, but there's probably a lot of bugs on the windshield. And I thought I had cleaned it off good, but you can still see every little speck and every little piece of dirt everywhere. So I was like, well, I can't use that. Maybe I'll figure out how to do it with a clean windshield next time. I don't know. So yeah, I pretty much just filmed with my iPhone and a tripod, and that's how I did it. So I don't know. I did bring my Canon with me, but it just felt like a lot to do the iPhone, the Canon, the GoPro, while camping by myself, while navigating where I need to go, also being tired, also trying to figure out what to film and what angles to film, and yada yada yada. It was a lot. And I'm sure I'll get more used to it as time goes on. Just like I think you guys have probably noticed that I'm less nervous about talking in front of the camera as time goes on. I think I can even tell a difference in like my first videos of this trip to like my last video of the trip. I just feel like I'm talking to a person now rather than talking to a camera. And so I think that's coming more natural. So yeah, I think just over time I will get better at this, and that's the goal. And I think that's probably what happens with all YouTubers. So please stick around, and hopefully my video skills will improve. I'll be able to do more fun videos like the Florida trip next week, and going to St. Louis to pick up the 4Runner, and then going on the month-long road trip with Amelia and all that. So there's a lot coming up, and I do plan on vlogging all of it, and so hopefully my videos will just keep getting better and better. So yeah, please stick around. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, well, I'm signing off for now. it's still super buggy. Like, if I put the GoPro on it, it would still be not good. Like, how do people keep their windshield clean enough? I don't get it. Bathroom break. I got more ice, cleaned the windshield, got gas. I have 390 miles to empty and 425 miles to go. So, gonna need to get gas one more time. Got a killer migraine brewing from my neck. So, that's definitely caused by the amount of driving that I've been doing. The next 6 hours and 20 minutes are gonna be pleasant. Okay. Time for more music. The amount of really gruesome roadkill that I have seen on I-80 in the short time that I have been on here. Very much a vegetarian for sure. I actually was watching a video this morning when I woke up because like I just really did not want to get out of bed. And maybe you guys have seen it. It had 20 million views on YouTube. It was a guy who saves a lobster from a grocery store and keeps it as a pet. And if that didn't confirm that I am a vegetarian, I don't know what will, because watching that lobster go from like losing all of its muscles and its claws from being clamped together and not being able to move them after the rubber bands are removed to like being rehabilitated and having a personality and like cleaning up his tank and putting his empty clamshells in the dishwasher is what the guy calls it. So funny. That video was so cute and I loved it, and lobsters have a personality and I love them, and I'm not going to be eating them anytime soon ever. So also I watched another video. Have you guys seen the video about the snake in Florida that was rescued? I never liked snakes until I saw this video and saw that the snake has a personality. It like was rescued and it had a bunch of ticks all over it, and this couple who like rehabilitates reptiles, they rescued it, took all the ticks off, and then like brought it back to life. And like to see the snake go from being really unhealthy and sick and unhappy to like living a happy life, and like you can see the personality change, and I'm like, oh my god, I like snakes now. Gah! Good videos. Check them out. Oh, the lobster's name is Leon. Leon the lobster. I can't remember the snake's name. It also has a name. I can't remember. Anyways, check out the videos. They're pretty good. If I can find them, I'll link them below. And I'm in Wyoming. And it automatically looks like Wyoming. There's a Pyro City sign. Just a lot of Wyomingness happening right now. It was like immediately I hit a border and it was like Wyoming. And it's going to be a whole lot of Wyoming for pretty much the rest of the trip. 311 more miles before I exit to get to Fort Collins. There are actually some parts of Wyoming that I really enjoy. The Tetons are probably my favorite national park. The other part of Wyoming that I like a lot is the Medicine Bow area. That's really beautiful. It's super close to me actually. It's only like maybe a couple hours away at max. So I need to go up there more often. Maybe I'll go car camping in the 4Runner up there. Maybe that'll be the first car camping trip for the 4Runner. We'll see. I keep forgetting that I'm in Wyoming now, which is like the land of speeding tickets. So I need to watch my speed a lot more than I have been in Utah, because in Utah I did not see many cops at all. Or at least on the interstates at all. But Wyoming, they'll get you. After every road trip, I always feel like going home and getting rid of 90% of my belongings. I have a lot of stuff, so I need to do that anyways, but I just realized after going on a road trip and living out of my car for a week that I don't need stuff. Like, all I have is in here, and it's all that I need, you know? And obviously, like, a bit of it was roughing it. I wasn't really roughing it as much as I could be, but, you know, roughing it. And I don't always want to rough it, but also, you don't need that much stuff to be happy, and you don't need that much stuff to survive. And I think us as Americans have been trained to want stuff. So yeah, I just feel like going home and getting rid of like everything. Will I do it? That's another story, but that's the vibe I have right now. Also wanted to touch on like maybe lessons I've learned on this trip, or like things I could do better next time. And I'll probably think of some more as I'm driving, but figured I would document the ones I can think of now. So one, I think I will pack my food differently next time. Also, look at this hair. It is time for another shower. Took one shower technically on this trip. Two if you count the two that I took at the hotel, but both of them were at the hotel. So my last shower was at the hotel. It's time for another one, so I'm glad I'm going home. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna pack my food differently next time. I packed too much this time, and I think it's better to pack a little bit of food and then shop as you go, because a lot of the food that's in my cooler is now soggy because the ice got all soggy and then made the food soggy. And I also didn't plan my meals very well, and so I've got a lot of random food. So yeah, next time I'm gonna like maybe pack 2 days meals worth, then go shopping, and then buy 2 meals worth and then go shopping, and yada yada yada. I also need more snack foods, so while I'm driving and need something to eat on the way but don't have time to make a real meal, and also don't want to go stop and spend the money somewhere at a drive-thru or something, I need like some substantial snack food. So I need to pack more of that. Rice was a really good one. I used rice twice. Eggs are really good. The curry that I made was delicious, so having some fresh vegetables, curry sauce, and rice, that was so easy and tasted delicious. I'm going to pack less next time. Not by much, because I really did have everything that I needed and not too much more. I only wore one jacket, and I brought 3. Because I brought my really warm one, I brought the plaid one that I wore most of the time, and then I brought my like fleece jacket. And I really did not need 3. I only wore the fleece lined flannel. So yeah, I'm going to be less worried about having a campsite to sleep at that night, and more just have faith that I will find a good one. Because that's what I learned definitely last night when I found the beautiful campsite that I stayed at last night, instead of the awkward RV park that I stayed at the night prior. So that's what I'll be doing. I learned that I need to take my little tripod with me whenever I get out of the car to go see a site, because multiple times I forgot and then got there and it was like, oh my gosh, I need to take a picture of myself here, and it's really hard to like set up the timer on my phone without a tripod, find somewhere to set it up at. And originally I didn't do it because I felt awkward, but then that kind of went away as the trip went on. I got less afraid of what people thought about me taking a picture of myself with a tripod. So it's still a little weird, but less weird now. All right, that's all I can think of for now. The other thing that I just thought of was, on my next trip, I want to try and use less waste. When it's just me and I'm living out of my car, I realize that I actually like use a lot of trash. You know, like the shopping bags that you get at like the grocery store or whatever, the plastic ones. I save those and use those as my trash cans when I'm camping. Like, I fill one of those up every day. And that just feels like a lot of trash for one person. while they're living out of their car. Like, really? Like, that's a lot. So, yeah, next time I'm going to use less trash. What that'll mean is not using paper plates, not using disposable water bottles, not using as many paper towels, not using as much food that involves packaging. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna try and do next time, because 1 bag a day for just me is a lot. All right. I'm more than halfway. I think I've got about 3 hours left. And I've got half a tank of gas. I haven't stopped since I got gas last time. I don't know how many miles that is, but a lot. And I'm starting to get hungry and thirsty. I am gonna stop in Laramie and go to this place that I really like, but I think I may just stop in Rollins up here. I'm gonna get more gas, get some water, and then I just saw a sign for a Thai restaurant, and I have been craving Thai food on this trip, so I think I might stop and get Thai food in Rollins rather than wait until Laramie, which isn't that much farther away, but I think if I wait, I'm gonna be like really starving by the time I get to Laramie. So, and Laramie has a pretty good food selection. Everyone always hates on Laramie because you just drive through on 80 and it just looks like a nothing town. But if you actually go into the downtown area, there's like a lot of really good restaurants in there, and it's pretty cute. It's a college town, so there's quite a bit in there. But yeah, anyways, next stop is Rollins. Okay, scratch the Thai food idea. I just put it into Google Maps so that I could find it. And it closes in 2 minutes, which is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What restaurant closes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? That's not a brunch place. It's a Thai place. It should be open for dinner, right? I am still going to stop in Rollins and get some water and some gas, but I guess I'm going to wait for Laramie for food, which is too far, but whatever. Okay, fueled up, got some water, made my green drink, and also looked up where I'm gonna eat in Laramie. And this might just be better than Thai food. I found a vegetarian restaurant called Sweet Melissa's in Laramie, and the pictures look incredible. So, all right. I don't know where I left off. I got a call. But anyways, I found a restaurant, a vegetarian restaurant in Laramie, and it looks divine. All the pictures look. So, I'm going there. And then I'm also gonna go to my favorite cupcake shop. So, Laramie's kind of a cute little town if you didn't know. I finally arrived in Laramie. Also means I'm so close to home. I'm like an hour away, so I'm like so excited about that. But I am gonna stop at Sweet Melissa's and get some vegetarian food. I also am doing some real estate work in my car. If anyone says you can't work on the road, yes you can. Yeah, that's all. I'll show you my food when I get it. I'm so excited. So I'm rushing over to my favorite cupcake shop before they close. And it looks like they've moved since I was here last time. But I'm okay with it because I drove by when I was finding parking, and the new place is so cute. Oh my gosh. I'll show you in a second. Oh my god. Look at what I got. Oh! I can't remember what all flavors I got, but I think German chocolate, blackberry lavender, coconut something, toffee caramel, peanut butter something, and Oreo. Oh! They have a vegan option too. Last time they had more vegan options. This time it was only one. It was like chocolate something. These ones just looked so much better. Oh my god. Also a tea house. I'd love to go like have tea there sometime. I only ever stop there when I'm passing through town, but like I decided after going to the vegetarian restaurant, which by the way was the best vegetarian restaurant I've probably ever been to. So good. Sweet Melissa's. If you're ever going through Laramie, you need to stop. And then also this cupcake place, and then there's just so many cute looking shops here. I really just need to like come spend a day up here and hang out because Laramie's awesome. Everyone talks crap about Laramie because it just looks so like farm town on the side of I-80, but once you like come into the downtown, it is so cool. So Laramie, Wyoming, there you go. All right, I'm leaving Laramie and I'm heading home. I'm an hour and 24 minutes from home. Oh, and I'm quite tired. So I'm glad to be home soon and then I can chill. I'm bringing Cupcakes home and my cats are gonna be excited to see me. Yeah. So I'm driving down 287 and my dad told me that there is a wildfire just north of Livermore, which is off of 287. I looked it up and the road is still open and everything, so I'm still gonna drive it and see if I can maybe see the wildfire. So yeah, otherwise probably won't hear from me until I'm home. So I'm in between Laramie and Colorado. I know for a fact that this is like the most common area for cops to be radaring, and so I'm just not even speeding at all. I've got my cruise control on. I'm going 2 miles over, and I just know better, and I don't want a speeding ticket. And they especially like to pull people over that have Colorado plates. Anyways, I just went over a hill, and you can't see as you're coming over the hill. And then there's like a, you know, pull off where you can pull off if you need to. And there's this white like mini SUV pulled over on the side of it. And they've got their hazards on. And it looks like it's someone that's just traveling and pulled over and put their hazards on. And then you look and there's a cop in there radaring. Like, it's not even a cop car. It's not even like an undercover cop car. I mean, it is clearly, but it's like looks like a normal SUV. They're so sneaky here. Oh, Wyoming. And the 2 cars behind me were speeding like much more than I was, and they didn't get pulled over either. So that's interesting. But yeah, these sneaky Wyoming cops, man, they'll get you. I just crossed into the Colorado border. And I'm pretty much near Livermore, and I don't see any signs of a wildfire, so it must be like farther up in the mountains. I don't know. So I think I'm probably gonna leave you guys here. I apologize that this probably wasn't the most entertaining video. It's just me driving through Wyoming for 7.5 hours. But sometimes it be like that. So anywho, I do really appreciate you guys watching. this first solo camping trip series. I really enjoyed the trip, and I enjoyed documenting it for you guys. So if you like the series, please like the videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I promise to keep making more videos. So what is next for me? Short term, long term, whatever, what can you expect from this channel, etc., etc. Short term, I don't know when I'll pick up the camera again, but I am taking a trip to Florida next week, so that'll probably be it. I do plan on vlogging that trip. And then shortly after that, my 4Runner should arrive in St. Louis, and I'll fly out and pick it up and drive it back, and I plan on vlogging that. And then hopefully not too long after that, the camper will be done and I'll be ready to go on a road trip. In between the road trip and it being done, I will probably do a couple smaller trips to test it out. But that part's all kind of fuzzy and up in the air. So that's kind of like all the next things that I have planned. One big goal that I have that I'm slowly working on that actually takes a lot longer to do than I thought. But I'm starting a podcast. My podcast is going to be basically a conversational podcast with guests that are like making their passions come to life, making their dreams come true, whether that's like a personal project or helping the world be a better place or all of the above. Basically people that are going against the grain of society to do what makes them happy, to fulfill their passions that, you know, other people think they can't do and they're doing it anyways, or whatever. Like, just badass people doing badass stuff. So that's kind of the long-term plan. So far I have 2 yeses to my podcast of guests that will appear on it, so I'm excited about that. It's actually harder to find guests than I thought. I have a long list of people that I've been thinking about, because I've been coming up with this idea for years, truly years, and I'm finally like ready to do it. And so I've been making a list of people that I want to ask to be on my podcast, and I've asked a few people, and people are actually pretty hesitant. Like, I thought there'd be more yeses, because usually people that should be guests on this podcast are people that have a message to spread or a business to promote or something like that, where like the more exposure you can get, the better. So like, why not appear on a podcast like this? But people are kind of scared, so I've had a hard time getting people to say yes, to be honest. Or part of their story that makes them so unique can't publicly be shared. That's the other part of it. So yeah, that's kind of a long-term goal. Stick around for that. I just don't know when it's gonna come out or be around or whatever. I want to have the first 10 episodes recorded and done before I even release the first one. So it's like a whole season that's done. And then I'll be working on season 2 while the first season's still coming out, you know? I want to like be good. I want to have this done. So yeah, but that's kind of in the works as well. I want to start introducing my cats to road life. Cats have never taken a trip before, but I want to start slowly doing that and introducing them to a harness, introducing them to car rides and whatnot. The only car rides they go on are to the vet, so it's not really a positive experience. So I need to start just like slowly, very slowly, and integrating them into this life, because ultimately I would like to travel full time, and that would involve bringing my cats with me. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the first series on my channel, and there's a sneak peek on what's coming next. And I appreciate you all watching and supporting me, and it means more than you know. So thank you, and I will see